Come on.
Moses Itauma.
No, definitely not. Think I'm stupid. No.
Mike Tyson was 20 years and 5 months when he wins the heavyweight championship of the world. Don't take anything away from Moses Itauma. He could have done that to Dillian in the pomp of his career. You know, there's nobody in the world right now, apart from Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury, who he couldn't pick holes.
I only get to see what my bubble sees. Like, I don't talk to anyone, or I don't take anyone's information that's outside my bubble. And inside my bubble, everyone's like, yeah, you're gonna blast him out in the first round. So that's exactly what I expect, you get what I mean? And when I do go do something like that, it's not that much joy. It's on to the next one, isn't it, really?
I think it's a tough fight, especially for a young lad. I don't know how old he's now, 21 or 2 or something like that. Acid test. He hasn't really had a test before. This is his first acid test, really. And if he comes through this, then I think he's definitely going to win the world championship. I do believe this should be a championship of the world. Like, the IBF should put their belt on the line for Moses versus Hrgović, because they're 2 highly rated IBF title contenders. And yeah, I think that this is a tough fight, very tough fight. Hrgović is big and a tall, Olympic pedigree, hundreds of amateur fights, and he's been in there with some of the best heavyweights in the world. And he's not like 40 years old, he's man's 33 or 4, so he's in his prime. He hasn't had 40, 50 fights, he's only had a small amount of fights. And he's a tough game man, so it's definitely a good acid test for Moses. Potential banana skin.
Breaking news tonight. Moses Itauma has told Tyson Fury straight up, be ready, before he even shares a ring with Filip Hrgović. That's not arrogance. That's a fighter who trusts his own bubble completely and blocks out every bit of noise around him.
In boxing, I noticed that it's like, it's not just a sport, it's a lifestyle you live. And like, I understand, like, it's gonna be hard. Even for me, like, I've like fell in love with the hustle. And like, I couldn't imagine like not having it in my life. So it's like waking up and just like, do you know what I mean? What are you gonna do? So I don't blame him. I think it's good.
Itauma showing real maturity here. He understands the food chain, respects the champion's position, but make no mistake, he's climbing that chain fast. Fear sells headlines, but composure like this sells legacies.
It's fear, right? Fear was used to keep us alive. You see a tiger, like, shit, I need to get out of the way.
Big talk from Hrgović here, but talk is cheap in this game. Stopping Moses Itauma is a different challenge altogether. This isn't some hyped-up prospect. This is a genuine wrecking machine. Hrgović wants the world title picture sorted quickly, but Moses might just rewrite that entire plan on fight night.
I'm gonna stop Moses and stop that hype, and then fight Dubois for world title, kill him, and become a world champion. That's simple.
Johnny Nelson putting it plainly, this kid is the future of the division. Protecting Moses Itauma's development isn't cowardice, it's smart business, because a talent like this only comes around once in a generation. Tyson Fury calling out a fighter with this much upside tells you everything about how seriously the division rates him.
Spoil potentially another rising heavyweight that can dominate the division. Why spoil it? You just think, you know what? Sometimes you've got to lose a battle to win a war. So I'd be a bit smart. And I'm not saying he gets turned over by Usyk because you don't know how good this kid is. What I'm saying is, I just want.
Now this is priceless. Tyson Fury himself telling Moses to bring the heat in sparring. Absolute carnage by the sound of it. This tells you Fury already respects what Itauma brings. So when Moses calls him out publicly now, it's not disrespect. It's simply the next natural step for two warriors who already know each other's power.
Remember on the Thursday, we done some heavy rounds. My body was in bits. Anyways, got to do it all again on Friday. We had a 2-day little rest, recovery and stuff. And on a Monday, it was back 6 rounds. Tyson goes, bring the heat, Moses, don't take it easy on me. I'm like, all right, cool. We have another scrap, then it's another session. And it was just absolute.
Extraordinary is the word being used by pundits now, and it's hard to disagree. Southpaw, hard-hitting, and near impossible to deter, Moses Itauma ticks every box a heavyweight needs. Whether it's Hrgović now or Fury later, Timing questions keep coming up, but every performance so far says he's ready regardless.
The new kid on the block, Moses Itauma, who looks absolutely extraordinary, and for me he ticks all the boxes. I like his attitude, I like his style, southpaw, hard-hitting, moves so well. He's going to be very, very difficult to sort of deter. So it's an interesting one because, yeah, is this too soon for Moses, or is this just the right fight at the right time?
Cheeky and confident, exactly what fans love. Being called just a kid while knocking people out in round 1 is quite the contrast, and Moses knows it. That same swagger is written all over his call out to Fury. This isn't a kid asking for a chance. This is a young lion demanding one.
I'll go home, I'll open up my phone, I'm tagged in something, Hrgović saying I'm just a kid and XYZ, that he would smash me up. I do find it funny how it says I'm just a kid and he went, was it 11 rounds or 12 rounds? 12 rounds with someone I knocked out in the first round. It's not bad for a kid, innit?
When a trainer of Russ Amber's caliber speaks like this, the whole boxing world should sit up. He's not talking hype, he's talking skill set, technique, the stuff that actually wins fights at the very top. That's exactly the kind of foundation Moses will need if this call out to Fury ever becomes reality. And by the sound of it, the tools are already there in abundance. One of the best young fighters seen in years is an enormous statement, and it's coming from someone who genuinely knows what he's watching.
I think Moses is one of the best young fighters boxing has seen in years. And I'm not just saying that based on a result over Dillian. I hope you understand that when I look at a fighter, I'm looking at things that others don't see. I'm not looking at the hype. I'm looking at what he does in the ring, how he does it, his skill set. You know, I'm looking at that because that's the important stuff. And right now, to me, he's shown probably a better...
Frank Warren doesn't hand out praise lightly. And here he's practically lost for words at the level of opposition Moses has already faced in just 14 fights. Big names, done in style. That's the honest truth of this resume. So when people question whether Itauma deserves to call out a legend like Tyson Fury, Warren's words answer that question emphatically. This is a heavyweight built differently, and Hrgović is about to find that out the hard way before Fury even gets the chance.
His age, yes, and where he's at, he's got to be, I think. And, you know, and what he's doing, and the quality of the opposition. You know, for a heavyweight, and you look at his resume, you look at, you know, his last 4 or 5 opponents. They're well-known names, big names, and he's done it in style, in absolute style. I can't think of any heavyweights who've fought that quality of opposition with him.
Adeola Daipo raises a fair point here. The wider public backing hasn't fully arrived yet, but that changes overnight the moment Hrgović goes down. There's an acknowledgement that trouble might come in this fight, and honestly, that's what makes it exciting, a genuine test rather than a formality. Once Moses comes through that trouble and ices Hrgović, the conversation shifts entirely, and suddenly that call out to Tyson Fury won't look bold anymore. It'll look inevitable.
So Moses is almost like I don't know, he's starting kind of from scratch, really. But I do think people are going to get behind him once he ices Hrgović, and I do expect him to ice Hrgović as well, but he will come through some trouble, I do think.
Even the undisputed king of the division, Alexander Usyk himself, is singing Moses Itauma's praises. Great fighter, only 20 years old. That's a frightening combination for the rest of the heavyweight division. When the very best in the world are already acknowledging your talent this early, it tells everyone watching that the hype train isn't hype at all. It's simply reality catching up to what's coming. Fury and Hrgović both know exactly who they're dealing with here.
My name is Itauma. Moses Itauma. I think he's a great fighter. The young, 20 years, yeah?
20.
Yeah, 20 years. I think Itauma have big future.
Here comes the doubt, straight from the man standing across the ring. Hrgović is questioning the warrior's spirit, the chin, the heart, all the things that supposedly can't be taught. Fair enough, that's exactly what this fight is designed to answer. But history shows time and again that fighters who talk like this before the bell often regret it after. Moses has already sparred with Tyson Fury and taken heavy rounds without blinking. That doesn't sound like a hype job to us. That sounds like a warrior in the making, and Hrgović may be about to find that out personally.
But you never know in boxing what can happen. But I was always struggling to get, the fight what I want because of, and it is what it is, man. I'm still here. I'm still top 5 in the world, and I'm still gonna be a champion, no matter of circumstances. So losers look for excuses, and winners look for the ways.
Do you believe that these English?
That?
I understand that completely. Yes. Do you believe that these?
Write that in your cell phone.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that these English promoters are scared to put you up against the likes of Itauma after his, a magnificent performance on Saturday? But do you believe you can be the man to stop Moses Itauma? Do you think he's as good as everyone thinks he is?
I don't know. I don't believe he's. For right now, I don't believe he's so good because he was never in trouble. He never really received a good punch. So we'll see. One thing is to have a good skills and to be a good boxer, and another thing is to be a warrior. So you have that or you don't have that. So you can't teach that. You can't learn that to be a warrior, to have a heart, to have a chin, to go down, to come back and continue to fight. So we'll see, maybe he's next great, and maybe he's just a hype job, and because for right now he did amazing job, for right now, but he never received a real punch. He never fought anyone who fight back.
Eddie Hearn calling this Moses Itauma's first real test tells you everything about where this fight sits in the bigger picture. Hrgović is being described as world-class, close to elite, someone who genuinely tests the height, the range, and the sharpness of a much taller opponent. Yet even with all that respect for Hrgović, Hearn still leans towards Moses being far too sharp on the night. That's a huge vote of confidence from one of the biggest promoters in the sport, and it only adds fuel to the fire already lit by Itauma's call out to Tyson Fury. Pass this test in style, and there's genuinely nothing standing between Moses and the very top of the division, Fury included.
He's a good fighter. I think Hrgović is a world-class heavyweight. Is he elite? I think he's close to it. There was one stage I think he was really close to it, but he's going to fight Itauma now. I think it's a good fight. I think Moses will be much too sharp for him, but I think it's a proper challenge. I think it's Moses' first real test.
Strong words from Hrgović, and credit where it's due. He's not shying away from the physical challenge in front of him. Throwing Moses out of the ring is quite the claim to make against a fighter who has bulldozed through everyone placed in front of him so far. This is exactly the kind of confrontation boxing fans live for. Two big punchers, both convinced they're the stronger man, both refusing to back down before a single bell has rung. If Hrgović genuinely believes this, he's about to find out the hard way just how dangerous Moses Itauma really is between the ropes, and Tyson Fury will be watching every second of it closely.
Moses Itauma is a very strong guy, but I'm a stronger guy and I'm gonna throw him out.
This changes absolutely everything. Moses Itauma versus Filip Hrgović is now confirmed for the IBF World Heavyweight title. No longer just a dangerous voluntary fight, but a genuine world title collision. Frank Warren clearly worked behind the scenes to maneuver Frank Sanchez out of the mandatory picture, and by the sound of it, Sanchez has accepted step-aside money with a promise of facing the winner. That's a massive show of faith in Moses from his own promotional team. They clearly believe he's ready for gold right now. Suddenly, Itauma calling out Tyson Fury doesn't sound premature at all. It sounds like a genuine heavyweight champion in waiting, setting his sights on the very top of the sport.
I'm back because there is breaking news today. Moses Itauma versus Filip Hrgović will be for the IBF World Heavyweight title. Now remember I said this, remember I said that they must find a way to just manoeuvre Frank Sanchez out of the way. Frank Sanchez was number 1 with the IBF. If I'm Frank Warren, I will be doing everything I can to try and just get Sanchez out the way, however you can, to ensure that Itauma versus Hrgović is for the IBF world title. And he was the next in line. They were looking for someone for him to fight. They ordered Frank Sanchez against Moses Itauma, and clearly the chat began then between the camps, and they clearly said to Frank Sanchez, do you mind just maybe just taking a little bit of money and then you can fight the winner, and then we can have this fight for a world title fight? That's what's happened. Now I said at the time, maybe they'll try and push Sanchez towards Cabiao in some sort of rematch for the WBC, but it looks like he's just accepted some kind of step-aside money with the kind of promise that he'll get the winner of Moses versus Hrgović for the IBF World Heavyweight title. Now this is big news.
Dave Allen backing a stoppage inside 2 or 3 rounds, and cold out at that? This is exactly the kind of prediction that gets fans buzzing before fight night. The logic makes sense too. Hrgović stands tall and fights in straight lines, and against someone with the hand speed and timing Moses possesses, that's a dangerous style matchup for the Croatian. Yes, there's still a lingering question about whether Moses has the whiskers to survive adversity, but on pure speed and sharpness alone, Allen believes this could be over very early. If that prediction holds up, the IBF title changes hands in emphatic fashion, and the road to Tyson Fury opens up wider than ever before.
I think Itauma stops Hrgović in 2 or 3.
Do you think he puts him out cold?
I think he knocks Hrgović out cold, yeah.
Cold.
I think he does. As good as I think Hrgović is, and he was miles too good for me, I just think Itauma is all wrong for him, because Hrgović just stand up tall, straight shots. I think Itauma will just be miles too fast for him, because Hrgović is going to come and have a go. Hrgović is going to try and knock Itauma out, which is great. But I just think...
And we're still yet to see if he's got whiskers.
Of course, yeah, but I just think Itauma is going to hit him first.
So here we are. Be ready, Fury. Moses Itauma has thrown down the gauntlet before he's even dealt with Filip Hrgović. And now we know this Hrgović fight is for the IBF World Heavyweight title itself. This is no longer just a prospect making noise. This is a genuine title challenger with the confidence to look straight past the man in front of him and call out one of the greatest heavyweights of this generation. What's truly at stake here is enormous. If Moses handles Hrgović the way Dave Allen and Eddie Hearn both expect, he doesn't just become IBF World Heavyweight Champion. He becomes the single most dangerous name in the division overnight. A 20-year-old Southpaw World Champion, already sparring toe-to-toe with Tyson Fury and surviving absolute carnage by his own admission. If Moses wins and Fury actually answers that call out, we could be looking at one of the biggest heavyweight events British boxing has seen in years, a changing of the guard fight, the old lion against the new king. But what if Tyson Fury shocks the world instead? Fury has beaten bigger names before. He's got the experience, the ring IQ, and he knows exactly how Moses fights from those very sparring sessions. If Fury comes back from retirement talk one more time and silences Itauma, it wouldn't just be a win. It would be one of the greatest legacy-defining performances of his entire career, proof that the old guard still has one last statement left to make. Who wants it more? Moses has the hunger of a kid who's heard his whole career that he's just a kid, and he's used that as fuel every single time. Fury has the hunger of a legend who knows this could be his last chance to remind the world exactly who he is. Mentally, Moses seems fearless and unshaken by hype, but Fury has been in the deepest waters boxing has to offer and always found a way to swim. One thing is certain. Be ready, Fury is no longer just a call out. It's a genuine storyline building toward one of the most exciting eras.